recording. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Questionable Podcast with me, Noah. It's been a while. And I brought on Connor, a fan favorite.
Hello
So,
there.
today, for our podcast, we are going to do NFL predictions. The NFL season is just right around the corner, and I feel like this is the best time to get in here and start doing some predictions. Isn't that right, Connor?
Yep, I'm very
Okay.
excited. I'm pretty excited for this season, so
So
let's get
it,
into it.
it seems like the one I found right now is got a lot going on. So we're going to start
Yes.
with the NFC, and then the next episode we're going to do AFC, and then third episode we're going to do playoffs and Super Bowl and all that kind of fun stuff. So let's get it cracking. Let's start with the NFC North here with the Chicago Bears. So at least coming out of the season from 2024, Caleb Williams' first rookie year, it was definitely much less to be desired, but about average as a rookie quarterback would happen when they first get thrown in. So, how do I want to do this? Do I just want to go like week by week?
Yeah, might as well. Let's just do it week by week, make it easier.
Okay, so they've added some things onto their roster. They have a new head coach that was on the Lions. Ben Johnson, is it Ben Johnson?
I
Yeah.
think so. I
Is it
can't
Ben?
not
Yeah,
remember for
I think it's
sure.
Ben Johnson. So you're going to see some trick plays coming out from this team. I'm going to say, well, they also added a lot of stuff on their offensive line, maybe a little stuff on defense. I don't know if I remember what they all acquired, but I remember they acquired a lot of people on their offensive line, which that was their big problem last year. The Caleb Williams was the most sacked
Right.
quarterback out of all the NFL. Like, man was getting thrown in there and getting tortured. So I'm going to start with week one. They are at Chicago against the Vikings, which also has a second year quarterback, but technically his first year playing as being a starter, JJ McCarthy. I'm going to give the Bears a win for the first week. They're at home, and I think they got a lot to prove, especially when it comes into this season.
No, you're not wrong there. I think I'm also going to go with a Bears week one win as well, but
Bear.
probably because in the news this morning, one of the Vikings star receivers from, of course, my alma mater, University of Pittsburgh, Jordan Addison, he has picked up a 3-game suspension to start the season because of
Oh.
what was it, DUI, I believe. So
Yeah, so
he'll be out those first 3 games.
and since Jordan Addison is not going to be on the field, they're going to be double covering Justin Jefferson. It's not going to be very good for JJ McCarthy to start off.
No,
Um,
definitely not.
yeah, so we are going. So then, moving on to week two, they're going to play Lions, which is also crazy having two division games back to back, right?
To start the season, yeah,
That's pretty
blows
rough.
my mind.
I'm going to get the Lions this win. I feel like they're a much better team. You have Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown. You have Sonic and Knuckles. You got a pretty good defensive line, which I feel like that. No, obviously they're not as injured as they were at the end of the year last year. I feel like they're a much better team, and they're going to take this one.
No, I think so too. Yeah, put
Mm.
me down. I'm going to be riding the Detroit train heavily this year because
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think that once the injury bug is over with
Yeah,
Detroit, I think they can run it back like they did last year, potentially even more to the Super Bowl.
I 100% agree that I think their team is much better, and I feel like they have a lot more veterans on their team compared to what the Bears have at this moment in time. But I think just the amount of depth that they have in like at Detroit is more vast, and I am also going to be riding the Lions train because they are my third favorite team in the league. Next, they're going back home against the Cowboys. There seems to be a lot of stirring going around in Dallas. They just acquired George Pickens from the Steelers in that trade. They re-signed Jake Ferguson. They still have CD Lamb. Dak Prescott's back and healthy. But, as the big but, Micah Parsons requested a trade. So now the time that we're recording this is August 6th. Yeah, Micah Parsons has requested a trade away from the Dallas Cowboys, and I feel like he's going to be a strong piece of that defense that they are going to need to win games. So I think it's going to be a close one. I'm going to give the Bears this win.
I think I'm gonna go with Dallas on this one
Going with
because I
Dallas.
don't know if because I don't know if Chicago's offense is all there yet, and even with Dallas potentially missing Micah Parsons is a big piece of their defense. I
Mm-hmm.
think if it comes down to a pure shootout of a game, I think Dallas still wins it in the end.
I think Dallas is still going to. They definitely, I feel like they have a better offense. But if Caleb Williams and his team, his band of brothers, gets it together, I feel like that they might be able to squeeze it out because they still have a good defense alone. Remember in week one that like you would see like multiple defensive wins for the Bears. I feel like that's something that's going to happen these first couple weeks. Is what's going to happen.
You're not wrong, but
Yeah.
I just don't see it right now
Okay.
offensively because you can only have you can't have half a team play well. You have to have the whole team play
Yeah.
well to win
That
games.
is true. That is true. Um, week four, they're at Raiders. I'm going to give the Raiders the win because I feel like they've upgraded so much as the Raiders. They have added so many things to their team. They have acquired Ashton Genty, which he still remained to be turned really good. I feel like he's going to be a standout as one of the best of the rookies. They have Geno Smith now on the team. They
Yeah, they do.
they have some good they have some good pieces that they've definitely acquired. I think out of almost every single team in the league, I think the Raiders have really stepped up their game this year, and I feel like there's something not to be messed with. Like I'm not saying that they're going to make it to the playoffs, but I think they're going to be a sleeper team coming out. So I'm going to give the Raiders this win.
I'm right with you there. I'm going to take the Raiders winning that one because, like you said, Geno Smith, Ashton GT. Not only that, you have Pete Carroll as the head coach there
Yes.
now. So Geno Smith's worked with Pete Carroll. We've seen how Pete Carroll has worked with other talent. You can argue that he might not be the best uh, team builder necessarily, but I think with this stint in Vegas, I think you might see a different Pete Carroll compared to what we saw with Seattle.
I definitely think you're going to see something different with this Raiders team. Much like having like Max Crosby doing his thing as he always does, and some of those other defensive pieces that they got there. But definitely, I think this is going to be the best Raiders team that we have seen in the past couple of years. Um, Next, they have a bye week, so nothing else is going on there. Good thing that a sad loss to end off for their bye week, but I think they're so I don't. I think that they're not going to really come that strong. But coming off a bye, going into the Commanders. Now, there's also some problems of Terry McLaurin always also asking for a trade request. And I feel like if he gets that trade request and wherever he goes, it's not going to do good for the Commanders. I would.
Definitely wouldn't be the same Commanders without Terry McLaurin.
So, and I guess it's really hard to tell now. This is a little bit too early of a prediction. If Terry McLaurin stays with the Commanders, I would give him the win. I would give the Commanders the win.
I would say yeah. I'd give the Commanders the win too if McLaurin stays,
Yeah.
and then I guess if we use that logic of if Parsons stays with Dallas, I mean I'd still give Dallas the win in that case.
Yeah. So right now, since Terry McLaurin is still on the Commanders, I think I might give the Commanders the win.
Same here. Like I
Yeah.
said, I'll give the Commanders the win.
And also Jaden Daniels, he's a dog. He proved it last year for not only making it to the NFC Championship, even though you could say that the teams that he faced getting to the NFC Championship was a little bit of a cakewalk on the terms of how injured the team was, and the Commanders stayed relatively healthy. he still made it there, as a rookie,
Yeah.
no less. So
Yeah.
I would say that they are going to get that one.
Yeah, so
Now,
yeah, they definitely can't take it away from Jaden Daniels being able to make it there his
oh
rookie
yeah,
season.
like I mean I don't know what's going on in LSU to get them these crazy people from in quarterback that can do all these things. Like look at Joe Burrow and the thing that he did at LSU, and now he's doing in the NFL, and now we have Jaden Daniels doing almost the same thing. Yeah, I don't want to say better yet because we don't know what he's going to come up on his sophomore year, but it's looking promising that he's going to be an outstanding quarterback. Um, Next, they are at home against the Saints. The Saints are in not a good position right now. Derek Carr retired. I just feel like either of those quarterbacks that they have on that roster is not good, so I'm going to give the Bears the win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you as well. Do the Bears win? I think the Saints are just in it for a rough season, and that's okay. It's just
Yeah,
it
I
is how it
I
is.
say the best for the Saints to do is just kind of this is like they're tankier in a way. So there's nothing really good going on. Now next
Not wrong
week,
there.
this next week here, the Ravens are kind of off a bye and they're playing at Ravens. I feel like the Ravens are going to beat them up pretty badly. Of all the
I
things that they have acquired too, so
Yeah, I mean, I just even like if Chicago does better this year than they did last year, I don't think they're at the same caliber of being able to
beat the
beat
Ravens.
Baltimore yet.
It's like what they extended Derrick Henry. I think didn't they also give Lamar Jackson a new contract too, or I think in a different year.
They've been a different year. I can't remember for sure,
But
but
they added Jair Alexander. They added DeAndre Hopkins. They had all these new pieces. So they're turning into a super team. Like I've always said, like this is probably like 2 years ago. I said that the 49ers was like the Avengers, but then they ended up losing the Super Bowl and losing all their pieces, and everyone got injured. But
you're not wrong.
so yeah. Next week they're going to Bengals. I think the Bengals are going to win that one. I think their team's better.
I think so too. Of course, I agree. Yeah, for the time being, I agree.
Mm, yeah,
Bengals win that
Bengals.
game. Well, of course, that could always change depending on
Yeah,
how injured
it's,
Cincinnati is by
it's
the time
like
that happens.
the only problem that I see with the Bengals defense right now specifically is one Hendrickson, jeez, Trey Hendrickson not getting a deal done with them, and their defense is already bad off the start because you're paying three players like insane numbers. But they are all good players, for being. Next, they're at New York. Well, no, they're not. They're at home taking care of New York. This is gonna be an interesting game. New York got Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, Jackson Dart in the draft. I love Jackson Dart. He's my favorite college quarterback coming out. This is a tough game here. Um, I'd say New York has a better defense, especially having Abdul Carter. Even think of stuff on offense too. Cam Scatterbo's there too. I think New York went crazy in the draft. And I think they're going to come out with the win.
All I'm going to say is let Russ cook.
Let Russ cook. Yeah. I think it's going to be a really good team. So next week they are going to the Vikings. So they're going to Minnesota. Um, this is at the point where Jordan Addison is off that DUI suspension. So
Yeah,
I'm going to say I think the Vikings are going to win this one, and they split it with them.
I agree with you. I think it was split it too, and plus, I think by this point, JJ McCarthy, he has what over half a season now under his belt.
Yeah.
And at
So
this point, I
mm,
think he's definitely gotten better since the first week
yeah, like
game against them.
establishing that chemistry with those two receivers. Like at least there's two good receivers as well, having Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Just have good chemistry with them, and I think they're definitely going to ball out and win that game. Next, week 12, they're playing the Steelers at Chicago. Now the Steelers are in a very interesting position.
So that's one way to put it.
So, they have acquired Aaron Rodgers. They have DK Metcalf. They have Jonnu Smith. They have
They
uh,
have Jalen Ramsey now.
Jalen Ramsey. They don't have Micah Fitzpatrick anymore. Um, the team is pretty old at this point. I think it's gonna be a close game. Oh, I don't even know where this is gonna go.
I think isn't Chicago one of these teams historically that Mike Tomlin's had difficulty beating?
I want to say so. Um, I'm gonna say above all else, huh? See, like it's hard for like one of these games, you know. Some of these ones, like okay, there can be a toss up. It's like it is there or there, but like this one is just it could really go either way.
I think in my deep down thinking about it,
Hmm.
I think I'd give Chicago the win
Okay.
because while the Steelers might have, well, according to Madden, the best defense in the league this year, I think
St-
what it
yeah.
I think what it comes down to is that not Detroit, the Chicago defense wants to fucking kill Aaron Rodgers again. Kill Aaron Rodgers again. So I think
I yeah.
pure hatred alone for Aaron Rodgers might do it, but also too, like you said, the age has a factor,
Mm.
and also we don't necessarily know how this new look offense is going to play out for Pittsburgh this year.
Oh yeah. This is kind of just like a all in year. Just kind of try to come up with something here. I think you swayed me. I think I'll go with you on the Bears. This one I feel like there's there's no need to debate. They're going to Philly. It's gonna be a bloodbath. That team is
Yeah,
just too
Philly's
good.
winning that.
Yeah, it's not good. It doesn't look good. They got all the big hitters. You got Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley. You got AJ Brown. You got all these people, right? And even like still
Right.
they lost some people on defense. That's still a pretty good defense. Like Cooper DeJean came out in the Super Bowl and did really good.
True that.
All types of people. Now they're playing at Packers. They're off mini bye, so they're off a mini bye week. Um, they're going into Packers territory. I think I might give the Packers the win here.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go for Packers as well.
There's
I also just like how Green Bay's looking this year as well.
Yeah, they added Matthew Golden on the team. You still got Jordan Love, and even though they lost Jair Alexander on the defense, I feel like they'll manage to being still in contention standing.
For sure, for
So,
sure.
oh yeah, okay. So this one, so between the Browns and the Bears, this is kind of like I don't really want to call it a mid off because I would say don't sleep on the Bears this year. I think they're gonna do all right. I'm gonna give it to the Bears. It's just the Browns don't look really good right now. They just add their fifth quarterback onto the team.
Yeah, if you go off of what they're saying about at training camp for Cleveland, it looks like it's gonna be Kenny Pickett that's the starter. However,
Yeah,
the problem is a bunch of their quarterbacks at training camp are injured right now, so we don't know exactly for sure who's going to be starting at quarterback for Cleveland. Uh, so yeah, I think I'm just going to give it to Chicago as well there.
yeah, I give it to Chicago. Um, I switch it around. So this time that Green Bay is going to come to them.
I think Green Bay sweeps Chicago
You
this
think
year.
Green Bay is going to sweep them? I would
Yeah.
say I can see that too. I can see them doing that as well. It's just I feel like they have much of a better team. Even though I'd say with the 49ers, I think the 49ers are going to beat the Bears too, going into San Fran.
Yeah, I think I agree
Um,
with you there. That's going to be
even
a tough one
though
for them.
even though San Fran's team is not what it used to be, I still think it's going to be still pretty solid. You got Brock Purdy at the helm. I think he's a pretty good quarterback. Same with Brendan Ayuk. Same with like Juwan Jennings, Christian McCaffrey.
Right.
Even though he was completely dead for all last year, I think he's going to make a little bit of a comeback.
I definitely agree with the comeback there. It is comeback season for
Yeah.
them.
So okay, and then obviously this last one, the Lions are coming off a mini bye. I'm gonna give it to the Lions. I think they're gonna sweep them as well. Again, I would still think this is a better roster.
I agree. I'm going to give it to the Lions.
So I have the Bears going 5-12. So that's not looking good, especially first year for a head coach. You have them going at 4-13, so about the same ideas here.
Not much.
Yeah,
Really
nothing
gonna
much
happen
changes.
in my eyes.
Yeah. All right, moving on into the NFC North. Which one do you want to do next?
Let's go with the Lions.
All right, Lions. Let's bring the Lions up. So, first game of the week. Well, first of all, they had a very bad end of last year, losing to Jaden Daniels and the Commanders, especially having a complete destroyed defense.
Yeah, quite tragic, honestly.
Yeah, it was really bad. I'm like the Detroit Lions are my third favorite team. So my favorite teams, I like the Buffalo Bills the best, and then the Steelers, then the Lions. Carr, what would you say is your three favorite teams?
My three favorite teams in no particular order.
Mm.
Probably have to go with the Steelers, the Seahawks, and third favorite one. I have to get back to you on the third favorite one.
All right. So starting off the series, they're going to Green Bay for their first divisional match. I don't know why they have two divisional matches back to back. Is that all the NFC North?
The NFL was on something whenever they were making the schedule.
Yeah, they're on something else. I'm gonna give the Lions this one. I just think yeah.
I was going to say I think I want to give Green Bay this one. However,
Okay.
the return game I'm going to give to Detroit. I think they
Okay.
split the series, and whoever
So-
the home team is
So
wins.
right there. Okay. I would probably say I think the Lions are gonna sweep them. That's me personally.
Okay.
So week 2 we already had that covered. Week 3 they are going to Baltimore to take care of the Ravens. This is gonna be a very tough game. I'm gonna probably give it to Baltimore. I
I
think.
think
Yeah.
I think I'll give it to Baltimore as well, just mostly because of the home field advantage in this one.
Yeah, it's the home field advantage, and I feel like they have a very good offense and defense together. Even though the Lions have definitely a very good defense, like very good offense, I think their defense has a lot of question marks, especially all the injuries coming out of last year. We'll just have to see
Right.
what they do. Next week they go to the Browns. Sorry.
Well, like the Browns come to Detroit, but yeah, I agree.
Is
Detroit.
Yeah, so that's pretty determined. That's pretty rough as well. So, yeah, again, just the Browns are just not in a good place right now. Next, they had 2 AFC matches in a row. They have the Bengals to start off. They're going to Cincinnati. I'm going to give the Lions the win here. I feel like that their defense will hold up better than the Cincinnati Bengals defense is going to hold up.
I agree with you there. I think Detroit's going to win against Cincinnati there as well.
I think it's going to be
better defense.
I think it's going to be one of those close, high-scoring games that we saw between the Lions and the Bills last year. But I definitely can see the Lions squeaking out that win. I think they have more of a clutch factor when it comes to their defense compared to the Bengals.
Right.
Now, going to Arrowhead, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. This is
Super Bowl match. This is the Super Bowl match I wanted.
yeah. I wanted Bills and Lions Super Bowl last year, me personally, but so they're going to Arrowhead. They're going up against Patrick Mahomes, Jason Kelsey, all that, not Jason, Travis Kelsey, and all that stuff. From the loss of depth with their offensive line from last year, and then moving to different places, I think I'm going to give the Lions the win this time around.
I think it'll be a close one, but I think Kansas City will find a way to somehow come out on
You
top there,
use
just
the
because
voodoo
that
magic.
it's the magic that goes on there whenever they're playing at Arrowhead.
Yeah, it's that voodoo magic that they got going on. That double doink field goal type mentality. Um, Next, they're back at home. They're playing the Buccaneers. I love Baker Mayfield.
I think
Baker,
Baker Mayfield's a great quarterback, and I'm glad he's gotten
he's
his
good.
time to shine outside of Cleveland.
I think Baker like the Baker Mayfield has the Lions number for some odd reason. So I'm going to give it to Baker Maygoat and Mike Evans, Mecca Ibuka, all those types of people that will. I think they're going to take that to the win.
I draft Mike Evans as much as I can every time I play fantasy, and it's
Yeah,
not going to change there. So I'm going to go with Tampa Bay as well for
you're
this
going to.
game.
Yeah.
I don't know why. There's just something about it.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Um, okay, this actually is interesting. So you have a Monday night game against the Buccaneers, but then you have to go on Sunday with not really a full week to recover, and you go up against a division rival and the Vikings. So I mean, you do get a little more rest than some other people do, but it's not like from a Monday night all the way to Thursday or something like that. That some people get, but
True.
I think it's definitely gonna be in their favor because they're playing a Monday night game, and
It's
then
at home.
it's at home, and they have 6 days at home, which isn't bad compared to some other things, But it's a little bit. It gets interesting when the more we go down this list, right?
Right.
Um, so they're playing at Viking. They're playing. Vikings are coming to them. I think that the Lions are going to win this one because they're at home. They have that home field advantage. Um, I think this again. You have this second year quarterback JJ McCarthy. Still not sure. See what we got going on with him. But I know what I'm getting when I see the Lions. You know.
Right. But yeah, no, I agree with you. I'll take Detroit there as well.
Mm. Yeah, it's just there's some dogs on that team. I mean, obviously on the Vikings too, no doubt. But
Right.
yeah, it's just there's a little bit of question marks. I mean, there's a lot of question marks here too. All brand new offensive, defensive coordinators too. So, they're going to the Commanders for the divisional rematch. That me personally, I would personally believe that if the Lions were fully healthy coming into the divisional round, they would have beaten the Commanders.
I
Uh,
think so too.
so with that being said, I think they are going to beat the Commanders here at home, at Commanders.
No, I fully agree with you. I think the injury bug, that was just a really bad injury bug for
Mm.
Detroit. But I still think in this rematch, Detroit comes out on top.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Um, Next, they play the Eagles. This is going to be a very tough game, especially they're going to Philly to play. Um, this one's going to be very interesting. So I think, oh, this is tough. It's like one of those ones that could go either way, but this is like a super team matchup.
Right.
It's like, what if we saw this for the NFC Championship? They would have been at the Lions. Um, I think I'm gonna give the Eagles the win here.
I think I'm going to go rock with Detroit for this one.
You're rocking Detroit on the Detroit train.
Yep, I just think that what we saw in the NFC Championship game last year and the Super Bowl with
Yeah.
Philadelphia. I think, I'm not going to I'm giving them credit where credit's due.
Oh,
I
of
think they
course, of course.
definitely deserve to win it, but I think
Mm.
if they had played a fully healthy Detroit in the NFC Championship game, I think Detroit would have would win it, and I think they're going to win it this year,
Okay.
albeit a close one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see. I see. I definitely I can agree with that. It's definitely a toss up game. You don't know what's gonna happen, and
Right.
yeah, it's just like one of those things. So next week they're playing against the Giants, and I feel like we both agree on this one.
Yeah, that's
It's
just not
a
going to be a fun
yeah,
game for
it's
the
just not
Giants.
good. Um, yeah. Again, the Giants have like a bad schedule. Like I feel bad for Russ because when he was at the Steelers, the bad schedule. Now he's in the Giants with an even worse schedule.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just not gonna be good. They're going. Cowboys are coming to them. I think the Lions beat the Cowboys. Whoops, this is on yours. Lions beat the Cowboys. I think that's an easy win, especially what's going on down there.
Yeah, no, I think Detroit wins that as well for on a
Hmm.
Thanksgiving night game.
Oh, it's Thanksgiving night game. Oh yeah, yeah.
I believe so.
That would be a good game. Then they go to the Rams to play. And also, I just heard today that Matt Stafford may have an injury that could be serious, but they're still planning to start him week 1. Now, with that in mind, this could be interesting. I mean, it's all. I mean,
I
sorry. Go ahead.
I think that I still go with Detroit on this one, just
Mhm.
because I think they out defense the Rams in this game.
Okay. I would agree on the same way too because even if Matt Stafford has this very serious injury, um, I mean they'll win regardless. But I do think that the Lions defense is better than the Rams. I think there's just going to be a defensive battle, and all the same thing stuff that you said. The Steelers are coming to the Lions, which is actually kind of interesting because the Steelers also play the Bears. Aaron Rodgers being in the same division, they're now at the Lions. So I think the Lions are going to win easily against the Steelers.
I think the Lions do win the game against Steelers still.
Yeah, yeah, I can agree on that. And then we got our final game because we already found out with the Bears. We have the Lions going to the Vikings for the game. Um, again, I think. Oh, this is tough. I think I would say that the Lions' defense is going to be, if they are healthy, you know, keep that. Yeah, always keep that in mind. If they are healthy, I think the Lions are going to beat them, and I think they're going to sweep.
I think I think the Lions sweep as well, as long as they remain healthy
Yeah,
throughout
remain
the
healthy.
rest of the season too.
All that stuff. Um, so I have the Lions going 4-13. You had the Lions going 13-4.
14-3.
14. Wait, you have
Yeah, I'd say 13.
13-4. Yeah. So I think this could. I mean, I would say this would solidify them getting the division, and then making the playoffs. So that's just me.
I definitely see them making the playoffs.
I see them definitely make the playoffs. Maybe not the 1 seed, but they're definitely in the playoffs for me. So, all right. Next division, it's either Packers or
We still
Vikings.
have.
Hmm?
I'm gonna go with. Let's go with the Packers. I was just say next division. I
Oh,
thought you were gonna mean next
no,
team.
no, no, yeah, yeah. So we're going Packers. Okay. So, we already discussed week 1. For me, I think they're gonna beat Green Bay. Week 1. So now, the Commanders coming to them. This is gonna be a tough game to decide as well. Um, I like Jordan Love, but I don't think Jordan Love is the guy. Let's say that. I think he's a good quarterback. I would say out of the NFC, I would say he's probably in the top 10 in the NFC.
I'd say he's top 10 in the NFC.
What did you see the one guy on First Take? I think it was like a couple weeks ago where he put Jordan Love as number one in the
That's
NFC.
that's a crazy take.
That is like the most absolute craziest thing I think I've ever heard in my life. That Jordan Love is the best quarterback in the NFC. Like, especially pointing out to people that have won rings, people that are in good situations and all this kind of stuff. But it's that's crazy to think. But
Yeah, just
I'm gonna give the Commanders this one.
I think that I'm going to also give the Commanders their win over Green Bay.
Yeah, and I guess this is also again with a margin of error. We are doing it. I know since Terry McLaurin requested a trade, I'm going to say that if Terry McLaurin is here, they get this one.
Right.
If he's not here, I don't think that the Commanders could win.
Be
But
tough for that's for sure.
yeah, that'd be a lot tougher of a win, especially not having an elite person like that. I know they got Debo Samuel, okay, but the man is old and he's a little on the bigger side.
Yeah.
So I think that it's probably not someone you want to have as a wide receiver one. But if we're doing this in the margin of error, if Terry McLaurin is here, they get that win. All right, Green Bay going to the Browns. Green Bay's winning that game.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so too. Green Bay
That's
just win that one.
Green Bay. Oops. Yeah, Green Bay. Yeah, I mean the Browns again. Bad situation. Green Bay is going to Dallas. We know that the Green Bay Packers have the Dallas Cowboys number, especially in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
They have that weird numbering on them.
I think Green Bay is going to beat the Cowboys.
I think so too. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I think they're going to win.
It's just like it happens every time. I just don't get it. It's like even if the Cowboys have a better roster, the Packers are going to win, especially even in the playoffs. Like I remember, what was it, 2 years ago when it was Chiefs and Niners Super Bowl, where the Cowboys were first round exits.
Yep.
And it was like what 40-10 or something.
Something like that. It was just a
It was like terrible.
crazy.
All right. Bengals coming to Packers. Excuse me. I'm gonna give the Bengals the win.
I give the Bengals a win on that one
Yeah.
as well.
I think the Bengals have a good thing going, especially I think they have a better offensive wise compared to the Packers. I think the
Right.
Bengals are gonna outscore them, but it's gonna be more of a offensive battle. Like just the defenses are gonna be terrible. I feel like it could be one of those high scoring games where it's like 30-20, or
Yeah.
40-32, something crazy like that.
Right.
Packers going to the Cardinals. First time we've seen the Cardinals here. This is oh yeah, okay. I did also give you it. This is an interesting game.
Yeah, I would say I don't know really how I think this outcome would go.
I would say the Cardinals, I don't think they really grabbed any interesting pieces over the offseason. They just kind of just kept the good players where they were.
Right.
If Kyler Murray does what he needs to do, I think they can definitely win that game. But yeah, I think I'm gonna give the Cardinals the win here.
I think I'm going to give Green Bay this one. There's just
Okay.
I got a gut feeling that Green Bay
It's gonna be
wins
good.
this one against Arizona. Yeah.
Okay, I could see it too. It's like again, it's one of those games where it's back and forth, and so you don't know exactly what it is, who's going to win this game. And so this one can be a toss up either way. It depends on how someone performs, all that kind of stuff. Another interesting game: Green Bay going to the Steelers. Again, Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna say the Steelers are gonna win this game.
I think so too. I think Aaron Rodgers we see classic Aaron Rodgers against his former team and he just takes him to Pound Town.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be Aaron Rodgers even too with the Jets, because I know that they play the Jets week 1. Whenever we do that in the next episode, but I think Aaron Rodgers has this moment where he's like, "Hey, I need to beat this team to show them who they missed out on, or like who are they like missing without me." It's kind of like that. He's got a chip on his shoulder going into this game, so that's what I would say. Um, Panthers. First time I'm seeing the Panthers coming to Green Bay. I think the Panthers are going to be a slept on. Not playoff worthy, but I think they're going to be a slept on team this year, especially adding some defensive players. Bryce Young looked so much better after him getting benched. They have Terry McMillan now on the team. Um, this is going to be a tough one for me, but I think I'm going to go with the Panthers to win this game.
I'm going to go with Green Bay on this one because while I agree that Carolina has improved,
Mm-hmm.
I think that Green Bay just ekes them out in the end.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I am not really a Bryce Young stand, but from seeing what he produced back after he got benched, and then when he came back in, it's like, hey, I actually need to show up. Like it's kind of like a job,
Right.
and he kind of like understood that coming into his sophomore year, and I think he's gonna ball out more, especially even with more weapons on his offense too. Um, Now we have the Eagles coming to the Packers. Is it just me, or does it feel like the Eagles have been playing almost every single NFC North team?
Well, I think they do that for scheduling purposes, but
Yeah. Really.
I think I think the Eagles win
Oh,
this game.
I would say this is definitely an Eagles win. Again, you got all those pieces. You know, it's gonna be an interesting game. I feel like it's gonna be a blowout, really. Packers going to the Giants. I have the Packers beating them.
I do
Again,
too.
bad schedule. It's pretty rough. Um, then we have the Vikings coming to the Packers. I would say that I'm going to say that Green Bay may take this one. You got the home field advantage. It's a division rivalry game. You know, everyone's going to be showing up. It's going to get loud. It's going to get crazy. And also, again, J.J. McCarthy, first year starting. You know, we don't know how he's going to handle that pressure.
Right.
So,
I think what I'll do here is that Green Bay and Minnesota split the season, but the home team wins each one.
that's what I would agree on, too. I was going to say the same thing when we got down there. But, yeah, I agree with that. Then we got Packers against the Broncos, led by Bo Nix. They've upgraded their defense so much. Like, their defense was already amazing last season, but it's now even better this season.
Yeah, they've definitely beefed it up.
So I'm going to give the Broncos this one.
I think so too, especially because it's also being played in Denver as well.
Yeah, so they're playing at home, too. They got that home field advantage. Then the last game that we have here for the Packers is Ravens and Packers at Packers. I'm going to give Ravens the win. I think the Ravens are a better team.
I agree with you that they're a better team, but I feel like it's going to be their late season banana peel game, and I'm going to give it to Green Bay.
Okay. That is interesting, yeah.
It's probably my hottest take so far.
I mean, at least like I'm thinking of it too. Like Jair Alexander, he kind of has a chip on his shoulder. I think there was a situation where Jair Alexander wanted to stay in Green Bay, but then said that I don't know what the full situation was, like contract dispute or whatever.
Right.
He decided to just walk and get this opportunity to go with Lamar Jackson, his former teammate in college. So I think that the Raiders are going to win that game. So I have Green Bay Packers going 6-11 and missing the playoffs. I think that's a little bit of a hot take for me. And you have them going 10-7, making the playoffs. So
We definitely
that's very interesting. Okay, next final person we got is the Vikings.
Yep.
Okay. So at least now the good thing is the more we're doing like team by team and division, the more it starts to fill up and things get done faster.
Right.
So week one, we already had to say that the Bears were beating them. Week two, I think they're playing against the Atlanta Falcons, Michael Penix Jr., and you got Kyle Pitts, you got Drake London. I'm gonna give the Vikings their first one at home.
I think I'm gonna go with the Vikings there too. I just don't
Yeah,
see much of Atlanta yet.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, we need to see more of what that team's got going on. Week three, they're at home again against the Bengals. I feel like the Bengals are gonna win this game.
I
Um,
think so too. I think the JJ McCarthy might get a little bit overwhelmed with this game.
Yeah, definitely, especially because of how great that offense is, and in terms of receivers and quarterback for the Bengals. I think definitely he's gonna get a little rattled. Um, Next interesting game, we got the international game at Dublin against the Steelers.
So
Uh,
yeah, this is gonna be a fascinating one because this is, I mean, the Steelers are the designated home team, but this will basically be a home game for the Steelers of how with the
mm,
Irish connection between Pittsburgh and well Ireland.
oh yeah, I'm gonna give the Steelers this win here. With that in mind, I would say that the Steelers have more going in there, especially being the technical home team, because there's a lot of Steelers fans in Ireland. Well, there's a lot of Steelers fans in everywhere, but
Yeah,
um,
no, I think
yeah,
the Pitt Steelers win this one as well.
yes, I think the Steelers are going to win this one. Next game, they're at Browns, and it's another international game in the UK. I think that this is where the Vikings will win that international game again against the Browns.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you there. I think the Vikings will win the international game as well because more so they've already used to the time change as well. They would have been there for
Yeah,
a
yeah.
a week, more than a week at that
Oh
point,
yeah, so
just
like they'll be
arriving
able
from
to be
Ireland.
yeah they'll be acclimated to the jet lag and everything and all that stuff. So I agree on that. Next game, they come back home and they play the Eagles. I think the Eagles win this game.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Especially, there's nothing against Vikings coming off the bye. I just think that
Yeah.
there's not many teams on the Eagles' schedule that could potentially beat the Eagles.
Oh yeah, the Eagles have turned around and made it a super team, especially when we saw in the Super Bowl. Like all those like small pieces that we didn't think were going to do much. We thought it was going to be a close game like it was in the last time they played. No, it was absolute
Right.
blowout. You know. Next game, week 8, they're at Chargers on Thursday night. So it's like one of these things we have Sunday and they play next Thursday. So you only got like what 6 days, 5 days really. You know,
Yeah.
I'd say coming in, this is gonna be a tough game. I don't know the situation that the Chargers will be in. Probably about the same situation. But I'm going to give. I think I'm going to give this to the Chargers. I think they're going to win this game.
I think so too. I think the Chargers going to win that, especially with Minnesota having that really short week.
They have that really short time span there. Um, then they played the Baltimore Ravens, which I feel like the Ravens have been playing every single NFC North team.
I think I'm going to give this to the Ravens personally.
Agreed. Give this to the Ravens. I feel like they again they have the better team. And I have Vikings, Packers, same thing that you do. And now they're playing at the Seahawks in Seattle. Seattle is definitely an interesting site right now because you have Sam Darnold, you have Cooper Kupp now.
We got Jalen
And you
Milrow.
got Jalen Milrow as a rookie. Do you? I guess like brief question. Do you think Sam Darnold would be as good in in Seattle than he was in Minnesota?
I think he definitely has the potential to be good there because I think Seattle there's at least a decent team around Seattle. So even if Seattle doesn't win the division or make the playoffs, I do think Seattle does win this game.
Okay. I would say I would probably agree with that too. I think Seattle's going to win this game. Next, they're playing the Commanders again. I feel like I have to stress this every single time. Margin of error. Let's say Terry McLaurin's here. I feel like that the Commanders are going to win this game if we're
I
saying
agree.
Terry McLaurin's there.
I think the Commanders will win this game as well.
Next game, they're at Dallas. Um, it's gonna be an interesting game. I would say even put the same margin of error if Michael Parsons is still there, which I feel like at some point it's gonna be an entire drama stunt. That what they're gonna do is that he's just gonna sign him week one, like Jerry Jones did with Dak Prescott last year, and everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I think Dallas wins this game too. Still,
I agree. I think they win this game. Vikings at Giants. I would say that the Vikings are going to win this game.
I think I'm gonna go with the Giants on this one.
Really? Nah, that's something
Yeah,
I want to hear.
I just think that the Vikings. This is a game the Vikings would need to win, but then they just get over their heads. And depending on how the Giants season go,
Mm.
I don't see the Giants really doing much. So I think the Giants are just going to go out there and play and end up actually winning the game.
This is gonna go out just see what we got going on.
Right.
Okay, I could see your thinking. I had the Vikings 5-11, not making the
You
playoffs.
forgot
Wait.
to select. You just forgot to select the winner for
Dallas. Yeah, okay. I had them at 5-12, not making the playoffs. You have them going 4-13, not making the playoffs.
See, I at least have them winning one conference game. You have them winning no conference games.
That is true. I don't know. It's just, it feels like this NFC North team, I guess, was a lot better. I feel like there's just a lot of stuff going on here. I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, I always say, I guess, it feels like I have a lot of bias going into mine. Because, like, if you look over here.
Actually, I misread that. They do win some division games, but they do not win a single game against a team that has a winning record.
That's fair. Yeah, that is true. Again, we'll just have to see what happens come game time. There's always different factors that's going to happen in the game that will change the perspective.
Right.
Which division are we going to next?
I think we should go to the NFC East next.
The NFC East. Which one are we starting with?
I think we should start with the Eagles because they've been the most interesting so far.
The Eagles have definitely been very interesting, especially being the new Super Bowl champions. I think it's definitely going to be a big game. They're going to basically have a lot to prove, especially because I know they want to run it back, as anyone would like to. They like to go back-to-back champs, and I think they're in a very good position to go back-to-back.
Yeah, I would say they definitely position themselves well for a back-to-back run.
And then, the couple players that they picked up too in the draft too are really going to help them out as well. First game, they are playing at home. The banner's going to get lifted. Everyone's going to be hyped up. So I think I'm going to give the Eagles this win.
I think the Eagles win this as well.
Now week 2, week 2 is definitely important.
Super Bowl rematch.
Super Bowl rematch against the Chiefs in Super Bowl 40. Super Bowl 59. How do you think it's gonna go?
Well, this game's being played in Kansas City as compared to the Super Bowl neutral site, and this is Patrick Mahomes we're talking about.
I'm gonna say that the Eagles are gonna win this game. I think they have a chip on their shoulder after losing so badly in the Super Bowl.
I think the Chiefs are going to win this game as well.
It's just exactly like what happened the last time they played before this past Super Bowl, where the Eagles did end up winning.
Right, and I think this time would be a reverse to that.
I agree. It's definitely going to be a very good game, especially already it being week 2 when we have the Super Bowl rematch.
For sure.
Week 3, they're hosting the Rams. Again, the whole Matthew Stafford situation. We don't know what's going on there. I forgot. I just even forgot they had Devontae Adams in that team too. So and Puka Nacua, like all those boys there. I
Right.
think I think the Eagles are gonna win this one.
I think the Eagles do win this one as well, still against the Rams.
Yeah, I just think they're just the better team, better defense. Especially what happened to them in the divisional round. I mean, they like the Rams and the Eagles have always had crazy games against each other.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Um, Next game we got they're playing the Bucks, which I'm very high on Baker Mayfield. I think this is where they're gonna get a loss. I think
So
they're
yeah, I
yeah.
think Baker pulls it off somehow, some way.
And yeah, Baker Maygoat, Mike Evans, Mecca Ibuka. You got oh, Bucky Irving. Yeah, all those types of people. And especially too, I mean, the Eagles did lose some pieces on their defense, you know.
Yeah,
So I would agree that they beat them. They host the Broncos. I think the Eagles win that game.
I
I
definitely think the Eagles win that one too.
Yeah. Um, then they go to the Giants. I feel like this early in the season, I feel like the Eagles win this one.
I think the Eagles win this as well.
Yeah. Um, yeah, we already have that one chosen. Now the Giants are coming to the Eagles. I feel like the Eagles are gonna win that one.
I still think, yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
think Eagles win that one still.
Um, okay, then we have that one. We have that one. Um, Now they're going to the Cowboys. It's gonna be an interesting game.
I think since I'm gonna go with the Cowboys on this one. I think they split the series and Dallas wins it
Okay, okay. You think
this time
Dallas?
around.
I can agree with that. I mean, I feel like they, if everybody's healthy and stuff like that, I feel I could agree with that as well. Then we have them beating the Bears. They're going to the Chargers to play on Monday night. Yeah, on Monday. I'm gonna say probably the Eagles are gonna win this one.
I think the Eagles win this one as well.
I feel like this one like we're going through it really fast because these ones are pretty cut and dry here. Um,
Yeah,
Raiders, I feel like the Eagles are gonna beat the Raiders. So yeah. Then now here's the
interesting
three
final
interesting
3 weeks.
the final 3 weeks. Um, these are an interesting couple of games. One because you have the same team twice, not back to back, but just and then you got the Bills, which it was like the front runner for the Super Bowl. They could have played the Eagles in the Super Bowl last year, but said
Right.
they lost to the Chiefs. But that's here or there. But I'm gonna say that I think the Commanders win at home, and they lose to them. The Commanders win at home, and the Commanders lose to the Eagles when they play.
I agree with I agree with that. I
And
can
they
see
split
them
the
splitting the
series.
series.
Now the Eagles and the Bills, which could have been the Super Bowl. Um, this is a very interesting game. I would say, it pains me to do it, but I feel like the Eagles are going to win this one. It's going to be a very close game, though.
Yeah, I think the Eagles like win it on a walk-off field goal against Buffalo,
Yeah,
something
like
like that.
something like that. Yeah, something on those lines. So I have 13-4. They're making the playoffs. They're position 4 so far. You have them same thing, 12-5, position 4. So about the same. And okay. So next, where do you want to go next?
Let's go with the Commanders next.
Okay. So then, first game. It's a pretty bad game already. Oh yeah, I forgot to move you over. Okay. So yeah, this game was pretty rough. I'm gonna say that they beat the Giants at home. It's pretty
I agree with
easy.
that.
Yeah. Um, Commanders are at home. playing against the Raiders. I feel like, again, margin of error. Terry McLaurin's here. You know,
Right.
they signed Von Miller, which he's pretty old, but he's still pretty decent.
He still can perform.
He can perform. He could be injured, like he always is.
Right.
So I would say the Commanders are going to win. And I think them going. Oh, what do you think?
I think Washington still wins
Oh,
this one.
anything Washington wins? Yeah, both of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, I think them going to Atlanta and taking on Michael Penix Jr. I feel like that's when they're going to get a loss. Their first loss, technically.
See, I still think Washington wins against the
You think?
Falcons.
Okay.
Mm,
That's like one of those like tough games, because you don't know how Michael Penix is going to do and everything like that, especially in in a
Right.
sophomore slump, you know, like C.J. Stroud had, but also C.J. Stroud was getting beaten up all game, all season.
Right.
um, week 5, they're going to the Chargers. I feel like the Commanders are going to win this one. I think
Yeah, I
he's
feel like the
better.
Chargers.
Hmm?
Chargers win this one.
You think Chargers win this one? Oh, we have a very
Yeah.
different thing in this one here. Um, then we have them beating the Bears. Next, we have them playing the
The Cowboys.
yeah, they're playing the Cowboys.
I think they split the series, but the home team wins both of them. So Dallas
Yeah.
this week and then Washington the next.
You think so? Yeah, you think Dallas wins this one, and then
Mhm.
Washington beats them.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. Yeah, I think they also do split the series. So then, all right, back at it. We're here. We are at week 8 in the Commander's schedule, and we are looking at they're going to Arrowhead based on the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, for me, I think the Chiefs are going to win this game.
I think so too. I think the Chiefs are going to win that game pretty easily.
Yeah, I think they're going to win a pretty easy game. I would say that like maybe we could see some things happen, some little things unfolding, but who knows what will happen.
Right.
Next week they're gonna take on Seahawks at home. I think that the Commanders team is better than the Seahawks right now, so I'm going to give them the win.
Yeah, I think the Commanders are better than Seattle right now. It's current moment in time.
Oh yeah. So um, next we have them going to the Dolphins and playing in Spain. Says the
Forgot
Spanish.
there was a Spain game.
Yeah, I also did indeed forget there was a Spain game until I saw this. Me being a Bills fan, so me knowing the AFC East pretty well. For things I've heard happening in the Dolphins training camp is not good. They have like literally all their corners are out for the season, and so I feel like their defense is going to be very terrible. So I'm going to give the Commanders the win here.
I think I'll go with the Commanders as well, based off just what you said about the Dolphins and their current
So
team makeup.
Yeah, and then if Tua's healthy, that's also a thing too. If Tua's healthy, like what last year, Tyreek Hill had more children than he had touchdowns. Okay, I think he had like 6 touchdowns. That's kind of crazy. It's a crazy stat line.
Jeez.
Like that's absolutely insane. I think he had more children the year prior to when the Panthers had wins.
Ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. It's just insane. Next week they're playing the Broncos at home. I'm gonna give this game to the Broncos. I think the Broncos are definitely have better defense wise, so I think it's gonna be more of a defensive battle. And I think the Commanders are gonna lose this game.
Yeah, I think the Broncos just outclass Washington here.
I agree. Next we have the last game we have for the Commanders. They're playing at Giants, and I think the Commanders are gonna win this game pretty easily.
I think the Commanders will win this game as well pretty easily.
Yeah. So that being said, I have. Wait, did I miss one? Oh yeah. Wait. I thought I chose for the Chargers. I think I said
I think
Chargers.
Chargers. Yeah.
I think I chose Chargers. Yeah. Wait, you said that you think the Commanders are going to win, right?
No, I said the Chargers are going to
Oh, you
win.
said Chargers. Okay, I think we're all good. So that brings me to 10-7. Them making the playoffs. You have them at 11-6, still making playoffs. So, yeah, I think they're going to still make it to the playoffs no matter what. Despite like they have a pretty decent schedule here. So,
Yeah.
um, are we going to the Cowboys or the Giants next?
Let's do the Cowboys next.
Yeah, because I feel like the Giants are going to be a lot of fun. All right, those Cowboys. Um,
I
yeah.
think Dallas beats the Giants both times.
I'm going to agree. I think that's going to happen. I think they do have a better team than the Giants, without a doubt. Um, Here, I'll move that over. I do agree on that regard. The next opening we have is them playing at Jets. Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson making it kind of like that Ohio State reunion. We also got people like those guys like Brees Hall. We have Adam Lazard, Sauce Gardner. But I feel like the Cowboys are going to win this game.
I think the Cowboys win this in the end as well. It's going to be like more of a gritty game, but I think the Cowboys still win out.
Yeah, I think they're going to win that game. Then the Cowboys head to the Panthers. And as much, I mean, I do enjoy Bryce Young, but he's not my absolute favorite. I feel like this is going to be a close game than what people realize it would be. But I think that Dallas is going to be more of an edge.
I think so too, especially if we're under the assumption that Micah Parsons is still on the team.
Yeah, so we're putting that under the umbrella again if Micah Parsons is here. Cowboys are going to go play the Broncos. I think the Broncos are going to win. I think Broncos are a very slept-on team this year. I think they're going to do good.
No, I think the Broncos will do well as well, so I think they'll win this game.
Yeah. Then they're hosting the Cardinals. I think the Cowboys are going to win this game pretty easily. I think the Cardinals didn't really do much. I
don't see.
Yeah. So.
I really haven't heard about anything the Cardinals have done this offseason.
Yes, I haven't really heard anything much either, so I would say that they would beat the Cardinals. Cowboys and Raiders, I would probably say that the Cowboys are going to win this game.
I'm going to go with the Raiders on this one, actually.
Oh, really? I like that.
Yeah,
Let's hear it.
I just think there's something. I think Geno Smith is just going to have one of those days where he's just going to pop off, and I think it's going to be when they play Dallas.
That's an interesting way to put it. I would say that it's gonna be very. I think it's gonna be a very close game. I think I'm gonna have the Cowboys taking this one.
Also,
Yeah.
I think the Raiders, they do well when they're underestimated, especially when you look back and see some of the games they've played against Kansas City in the past.
Oh yeah. So Cowboys are hosting the Chiefs. I think I'm going to take the Chiefs to win this game.
I'll take the Chiefs to win that one as well.
Yeah. And then the final game that we have is that the Chargers are coming to play the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are going to win this game as well.
I'll go with Dallas with this one too.
So yeah, making it 10-7 for me, making it to the playoffs. I can even go to say that Dak Prescott could get comeback player of the year. Especially putting him back in the playoffs. I mean, I say Dak Prescott's not a bad quarterback. It's just there's been a lot more situations in that Cowboys franchise. Like a certain, I don't know, manager, GM, owner doesn't want to win.
Right.
And that's not me being a Cowboys fan. I am not a Cowboys fan in the slightest. So that's just, for me, from a person outward looking in. I mean, I'm laughing every single time I see something about the Cowboys. So they're gonna lose.
Yeah,
they're gonna lose to the Packers anyways. Well, at least for me, the Packers aren't in it, so it'll be fine. You have them going 10-7 as well. So yeah, making the playoffs. Next.
Now it's time for the Giants.
Now the Giants. I feel bad for the Giants because of the schedule.
Like, look, week 3, they're not beating the Chiefs.
They're not beating the Chiefs. I feel like we can go through this pretty quickly, right?
Yeah,
Um, I think they'll lose to the Chargers.
I agree.
I think, however, they could definitely beat the Saints.
I I think they're in a better position than the Saints are.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I think. Do you think you say that they're gonna beat the Saints too?
Yeah, I think they'll beat the Saints.
Yeah. They're gonna lose to the Broncos at home.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
I don't see them.
Um, they will lose to the 49ers at home.
Yeah,
um, well, okay, me being a Bills fan, I was gonna be kind of biased on this Patriots one, but I feel like the Patriots actually are a lot better, so I'm gonna choose Patriots.
I think I'm going with the Giants on this one.
Really?
Like they've lost back-to-back games. Of course, at my point of my schedule, they've lost back-to-back games. So I think they're due to have one.
Yeah, it's kind of like that's the one game that they're gonna be like, yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna show up and then win. Okay, I can see your thinking there. Um, if we have them lose, and then we have them against the Raiders, I think the Raiders are gonna beat them.
I think the Raiders win that game as well.
So yeah. So for me, I have them going 2-15. Not obviously not making it to playoffs. You have them at 4-13, which is fair. And then still not making playoffs.
Yeah, still bad.
Still bad overall. Yeah. All right. 2 down, 2 to go. Where are we going next?
Let's get over to the NFC South.
All right. Which team are we going to first? You want to start with the bad one, or?
Yeah, let's start with the bad one this time.
So let's start with the Saints. Obviously, the Saints are not in a good position at all. They lost their starting quarterback because he just dipped out and retired after a shoulder injury. So now you're left with either Spencer Rattler, which is already bad, or your rookie, which you don't know if he's going to be good in there or not.
Right. It's a bit of a mixed, well, a terrible mixed bag for the
Yeah.
Saints.
Week 1, they're hosting the Cardinals. I would say the Cardinals are going to win this game.
I think the Cardinals will definitely get that win against them.
Yeah. Week 2, they're hosting the 49ers. I think the 49ers are going to win this game.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
49ers will win.
Yeah. Week 3, they're at Seattle playing the Seahawks. I mean, I'd Seahawks win.
Seattle, honestly.
Yeah, the Seattle's going to win. They're going to Buffalo, which is bad as is. So.
Yeah, I'm going with Buffalo on that one.
Yeah, go with the Buffalo W. Yeah. Giants, the Giants will beat them. The Patriots are going down there. I think the Patriots are going to beat them.
I do too. I think the Patriots will win there.
Yeah. I think Bucks are going to sweep them.
I think the Bucks will sweep as well.
This is just not a good. This is not a good year.
No, you're not. You're not in a good position as the Saints this year.
Yeah, so as a Saints fan, well, if there's a Saints fan out there, I'm so sorry. Playing the Rams again. This is under the sphere of Matt Stafford's healthy and he's actually able to play. I'm gonna give it to the Rams.
I'll give it to the Rams as well.
This one I think I'm gonna switch it up a little bit because they're 0-10 right now. For me, I think they're gonna beat the Panthers just once.
Yeah, I think they'll split the series against.
I think they're gonna beat the Panthers here, but then when the Panthers come to them, they'll beat them.
Yeah, I think it's the home team wins that. The Carolina beats them the first time, but the Saints win the second time.
Yeah. And I would say probably the same thing too for the Falcons. I think the Saints are going to win the first time around, and then the Falcons are going to beat them at home.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
So, yeah, and then, okay, yeah. Next, they're going to the Dolphins. For at least for me, the Dolphins are coming off a bye week. I would say, even though the Dolphins have a lot of problems in their defense, like people are just getting injured and being out for the season, I think they're still going to win the game.
I
and
agree. I
putting
think
it,
just
yeah, yeah, putting it into the sphere of if Tua's healthy and all this, all that stuff, all
right.
that fun jazz, you know. Um, next, they're hosting the Jets, and I feel like the Jets are going to win. As I
I
think,
think the Jets win as well.
I think Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson are going to ball out against them, and then they go to the Titans. So you have what? Do yeah? We know that Cam Ward's starting, right? He's the starting quarterback.
I believe so. Yes.
That's I'm not sure how to think about this one because this one actually could be a tough one to choose. Um, you know what?
I think I think Tennessee wins it because I just think that if we're doing a battle of the mid off, well, I think Tennessee just wins out on that one.
Okay,
Not in a
yeah,
good way, but they do
it
win.
that game could go either way. So I have the Saints at 2-15. You have the Saints at 2-15.
Damn.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. Yeah, I'm so sorry,
Poor
Saints.
Saints.
I'm sorry, Saints fans. Um, you could get Jackson Dart. Not you could get Archie Manning if that makes you feel better.
You could
Um,
if you're strong enough.
if you're strong enough. Um, that's pretty rough. Okay, next team. Let's start off with the Panthers.
Panthers.
See,
Panthers.
I'm very high on this Panthers team. I think they're going to be better than they were last year. Better, definitely better than they were when Bryce Young first started. I think Bryce Young kind of had like a real moment last year after he got benched, being like, "Hey, this is exactly not like how college is." I had to actually like sit there and work. Not saying that he hasn't been working, but just saying like, "Hey, maybe I want to perfect my craft, keep getting a little better every day, that kind of thing." So I think I can see them
Right.
winning a couple more games. Maybe not making it to playoffs, but I can see them winning a few more games. They have been. So
It's yeah, I agree with you there. I think with that, I think they actually beat Jacksonville week one.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I think they do beat Jacksonville week one, but I think they would lose to the Cardinals.
I think they would also lose to the Cardinals too.
And then I would say they would beat the Falcons because they're at home.
I I think they split the series with the Falcons, win the first one and lose the second one.
I can agree on that one as well. They go and play the Patriots. This one's a little tough for me because I don't know how I would go playing the Patriots. I feel like those teams are about the same right now. They're kind of like in limbo. I would say, well, the Panthers are kind of in limbo, same as the Patriots. Kind of like what's our actual identity right now. Um, I would say that the Patriots will win this one, but it's very close,
I agree with you there. I just think they just edge them out just
just
barely.
just barely. But I think that the Panthers beat the Dolphins. We don't like the
Yeah,
Dolphins here.
I think the Panthers beat the Dolphins as well.
We don't like the Dolphins. Um, so we have them Dallas beating them, of course. Then they go and play the Jets. I think I would
I
say.
think Carolina wins here actually,
Oh, really?
because I think Bryce Young is used when he's played for Carolina now,
Mm.
and then but with the Jets they still have they have a quarterback issues as well.
They have quarterback issues. They just got a new head coach. They're still kind of testing the
Right.
waters. You know, I can see where I can see where you're going with it. I would go with them too. Yeah. I of course I have the Bills winning against the Panthers.
Yeah,
That's an easy
I
one for
have the
me.
Bills like that too.
Then I have Packers winning. Then so you have Packers winning. So I have the Panthers beating the Packers. The Panthers beating the Saints. I have Falcons beating Panthers. Um, Now getting to the 49ers, playing at 49ers, I would I'd probably give the 49ers the win here.
Yeah, so yeah, I agree. I think I'll give the 49ers to win there, and then I think Carolina beats the Rams.
Really?
Yes.
I could see it too. Because at least with Bryce Young, he's got these new weapons. You know, he's got Terry McMillan now, and he's been balling out in training camp. At least from what it looks like now, this little early prediction here. Um, I think they may be able to pull it off. Um, so then coming off, Saints beat them at home. I think that the Bucks are going to sweep them.
I think the Bucks should sweep the Panthers as well.
Yeah, but I think the Panthers beat the Seahawks.
Nah, I think the Seahawks beat the Panthers on this one.
Really? At least
I think.
I mean, I can. It's that one's like another one of those tough close call games. That's gonna be one. That's gonna be one to watch. You know. Because you have Sam Darnold, and then you got Jackson Smith-Njigba. You got was Tyler Lockett still there?
Oh, I believe so.
I think he's still there. You have Cooper Kupp. Oh no! Yeah, see now I convince myself. Okay, I'll take it. Yeah. So I have the Panthers going 7-10, which I think it's better than what they did last year.
I think so. Yeah.
I think it's better than what they did last year. Obviously they're not making playoffs, but they're on the track of making the playoffs. So you have them going 5-12. Again, these aren't terrible numbers. You could be like a Saints right now, or you could be like a Giants, or a Browns.
Right.
You know, like this is like you're still kind of in that limbo. You know what I mean?
Right. No, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. So like it's actually not bad. Next, are we going Falcons?
Falcons. May as well go to Falcons.
Falcons. Yeah. Obviously, that switch up in taking out Kirk Cousins after that Chargers game when he threw 5 interceptions, and place now you had a rookie who did very very well in the situation he was in. I think it was good that he sat out of those couple of games, especially with Kirk Cousins, and then he just balled out and did good. I remember everyone I remember everyone making fun of the Falcons, saying like, "Why'd you draft a quarterback when you bought one? When you just put one on the team?" And he's like, "He's not going to start. He's going to be terrible." Look at him now, you know. And then you also got like Drake London. You got Kyle Pitts. You know, you got all these people. We got all these things. With that being said, I think the Bucks sweep them.
Yeah, so yeah, the Bucks sweep.
With that being said, me hyping them up, the Bucks sweep them. So yeah, I mean they're a good team, just not good enough. So yeah, Bucks sweep. You know how it is. So we have losing, winning against the Commanders. I have the Bills winning. Because
I take the Bills as well.
They're a better team than the Falcons, without a doubt. MVP Josh Allen. And then they have them at the 49ers. Definitely, this is not the same 49ers team that we saw 2 years ago. They lost a lot of pieces. They haven't really gained many pieces. They're basically just kind of still using what they've had. They lost a lot of things. They lost Deebo Samuel. They lost a couple other depth on running back. You know, they lost some defensive pieces. I would say that the Falcons could win this game.
I agree with you. I think the Falcons definitely have potential there to beat the 49ers.
Yeah. That's like a toss-up game as well too. So, and that's coming. I mean, that's not coming right off the bye, but still, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Then I have them beating the Dolphins. Again, I don't think the Dolphins are going to be really good this year because I keep hearing all the season-ending injuries that they keep having.
Yeah, no, I don't see Miami really putting up much.
Yeah, so. But I had the Patriots beating them
I think the Patriots. I think under Mike Vrabel, I think the
Yeah.
Patriots. I think the Patriots can definitely beat Atlanta in this game.
Oh yeah, I think they definitely beefed up their team, especially in the draft, especially acquiring some depth like Matt Collins, the wide receiver. You have Stephon Diggs, which I don't think he's really that good. That's also coming from a Bills fan. So, it is what it is. Then you got the Germany game, which I forgot there was a Germany game. They're
Yes,
playing
the
the
Germany
Colts.
games.
Um, I would say the Falcons are going to win this game. I think the Colts are terrible.
No, I agree with you. I think Atlanta will definitely win this game for sure.
Yeah, so Um, next game we have up on the list, we have the Jets. They are going to Jets, and I think the Jets are going to win this
And
game.
the Jets.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think the Jets will win this game
yeah,
as well.
Jets. Yeah, so this is week 13. This is kind of the time where you know what's going on. Like, as a head coach, you know what you need to do with your team. As a quarterback, you know how to work with the team around you, especially reuniting yourself with a wide receiver that you had in college. It makes it a lot easier as well.
Right.
Okay, go back and get that connection, that chemistry. Seahawks coming to the Falcons. I would say I think I have the Seahawks winning.
Yeah, I guess I think the Seahawks will just outplay
Yeah.
Atlanta there.
Um, next, so we had the Bucks winning because the Bucks are good. Cardinals. They're going to Cardinals. I would say that this one is tough. It's
I
like
think I personally I think the Cardinals win that game and then Atlanta beats the Rams.
really
Yes.
okay. I see what you're saying. Um, hmm. Yes, I can kind of see it. I would say I'm gonna go the same thing too. I think it's gonna be like that. Yeah. And then they had two games ended up. Their record 6-10,
Like
not making the playoffs. You have them at 6-11. I see still not making playoffs. So man, it's like the whole entire NFC is kind of getting chopped up right now. So
you're missing a game for them, I think, because I'm at 6-11. You're at
oh
six and
yeah,
ten.
you're right. I'm not missing.
What game did you not select?
Um, I don't, I don't know what game I'm missing.
No, you selected them all, so must just not have loaded properly.
Yeah, maybe. Hmm. Okay, wait. Is it me? Mm-hmm. If I just recollect them all. Hmm. Oh wait.
There
Right
we go.
here. Yeah, there we go. 7-10. There we go. And you have them at 6-11. Yeah. Everything's back to normal. Okay. Um. Yeah. All right. Next, we got the Bucks.
Yep.
We love the Bucks here.
Yes, we do.
We love Baker Mayfield.
8-0, undefeated right now too. That's
Yeah. So
crazy.
yeah, they're 8-0 right now. Like we can't give a team 17-0.
No, I don't think there's any team this year that's built to be 17-0.
No, I completely agree on that one. So that being said, in this game, so we have week one them winning. Week two, I think they're going to beat the Texans.
I think they'll definitely beat the Texans.
Yeah. Week three, I think they're going to beat the Jets.
Yep.
I think that's pretty normal. Now, them playing the Seahawks, I think this is the one game that the Bucks usually like. There's like one game that Bucks usually lose so dumb, like dumb like. I think this is one of those games.
I agree. I think Seattle will be able to pull off some sort
Just
of
like for no
upset.
reason. And then they'll come back. For me, they'll come back and they'll beat the 49ers.
Yeah, I can see them definitely beating the 49ers.
Yeah. And then so we have beating the Lions, beating the Saints, usual. I have them beating the Patriots as well. It's at home.
Yep, I agree.
So yeah. I also have the Bills beating the Bucks.
I'll take the Bills beating the Bucks as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna say for this one, I think the Rams are gonna beat the Bucks.
See, I think the Bucks beat the Rams, but they lose to the Cardinals.
They lose to the Cardinals. I think the Bucks are gonna beat the Cardinals. And then at the end, what we have here, I think the Bucks are gonna beat the Dolphins.
Yeah, the Bucks should beat the Dolphins pretty easily.
It's pretty easy. Wow, we went through that like butter. That was probably the first one we had. So now we're getting to that point where these ones are just flying by here.
Right.
So I have the Bucks 14-3, which is actually kind of crazy to think. Obviously making it playoffs, that's probably one of the best right there. You had them 14-3 as well, so yeah, no disagreements here. And obviously they are the best in the NFC South. I think they're going to stay the best in the NFC South for like a while.
Yeah.
All right, now to the NFC West. Um,
Last division.
yeah, so let's. Where do you want to start off?
Let's start with the Seahawks.
Start with the Seahawks. Okay, so um, obviously we've been talking about it. Yeah, they have Sam Darnold now. They lost Geno Smith. They've lost DK Metcalf. They still have their big pieces like Jackson Smith and Jigba. I think they still have Tyler Lockett. May need to fact check that. Um, they just acquired Jalen Milroe, kind of that future quarterback scene right there. Um, First game, home opener. I think that they're going to take it. But I
I
think
think they beat the 49ers.
I think the 49ers beat them at home.
Oh yeah,
I think I think
I
they
agree.
split.
I think the Seahawks will split that.
I think they'll split the series, yeah, without a doubt. Now, next one, they're coming to the Steelers. I say that'll be a chip on their shoulder for DK Metcalf. I think the Steelers are going to end up winning that game.
I think the Steelers will win that game as well. Because Aaron Rodgers, despite the conference championship comeback when against Seattle, well,
Mhm.
and Seattle pulled off against the Packers. Green Bay's usually has done pretty well
Yeah,
under Aaron Rodgers against them.
I agree. Then next they play up against another division rival, Cardinals. I think they're going to beat the Cardinals.
I think they beat them here, but then lose at home.
They'll lose at home. Oh, really? Okay.
Arizona is just one of those teams that definitely punches above their belt. That's for sure.
Okay. I can agree with that. I think they'll beat the Cardinals at home. I think I can't see them sweeping, so I think I might do the same. Next, they've played the Jaguars. I could see them beating the Jaguars.
I could see it being the Jaguars as well.
Mm. I think the Texans do beat them though, at home.
They slip up, yeah. I can see.
I,
I agree with
I
that.
that's like kind of like that moment, and and they're also coming off a bye week too. That's
Right.
on Monday, so like an entire week plus an extra day. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
so on Monday night. So next they play the Rams at home. I think the Rams are gonna win.
I think they split the series where the Rams win at home and then Seattle wins at home.
Okay, I think the Rams may beat them twice. In my opinion, I think I can see the Rams beating them twice. Even though it's kind of like a chip on the shoulder game for Cooper Cup.
Right.
I could see the Rams beating both of them, beating them, like sweeping them. Next, where are we? I'm lost. Okay, they'll go play the Titans. I think the Seahawks will beat the Titans.
I think Seattle beats the Titans as well.
Yeah, that's I think there's no complaints there. Next, we have here Colts coming to beat the Seahawks. Come to play the Seahawks. I think I had the Seahawks winning that game.
Yeah, I'd take the Seahawks against the Colts.
So, okay, that was pretty simple. So I have them 10-7, making the playoffs. So that one, I feel like is pretty realistic. That their schedule's not that tough.
Oh, currently they wouldn't make the playoffs actually under yours.
Oh wait, oh they won. Oh, because they're right on the cusp. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
well, yes, they were not finished with it all yet. But yours, you have them 12-5. Did I see a little
I
bias coming out?
I also just think that there's a lot of underestimation for Seattle this year.
Okay. All right. I can see it. It's definitely gonna be interesting.
I also think their schedule's not actually the hardest
It's
schedule this year
definitely
either.
not a hard schedule. Like strength of schedule, it's 69, 61, 63. I don't know those stats numbers, but I can tell you that yeah, it's pretty rough.
I guess let's
Uh,
move on to the 49ers.
yeah, 49ers. So let's head over there. Obviously, the 49ers have lost a lot coming into the season. Debo Samuel, they've lost a couple depth on running backs, some defensive pieces. This is definitely not the 49ers that we know, that we saw them in the Super Bowl. It's a completely different team.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right there.
So looking at this, I think with the next game we have up here, I think that they are going to split with the Cardinals.
I agree. I can definitely see them splitting up the Cardinals there. Just
Yeah, the home
home winner.
advantage. Yeah, the home advantage and stuff. Jacksonville Jaguars. I think that they will beat the Jaguars.
I think Jacksonville actually beats them here.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
See, I've been
They'll
looking at
they'll.
it. I feel like I've not been giving the Jaguars enough credit.
To be fair, we haven't seen the Jaguars too much yet pop up
Yes,
yet.
yeah, you haven't seen it pop up. I mean, yes, it's kind of like that thing too. If Trevor Lawrence is healthy, because we saw him get absolutely murdered on live TV last year.
I
Um,
think we're still early enough in the season that he won't get totally murdered yet.
hopefully. They also did acquire Travis Hunter, which he plays both sides of the ball. So that'd be
True.
cool to see what he does with that. It's definitely gonna be interesting. Um, next, we have them playing the Texans. I have the Texans winning this game. I think Texans are. I think that CJ Stroud's a little bit out of his sophomore slump, and he's trying to just get back to consistency. And he still has those pieces where he's able to get to consistency. He doesn't. He had all these pieces. The only thing he really lost in that those weapons was really um, Stephon Diggs, because he still has Nico Collins. He still has Dalton Schultz. He has Joe Mixon still. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
I would I put my money on Houston for this game.
Oh yeah. Um, now they are playing their first game against the Rams. I think the Rams are going to sweep them. Or is the
Oh, you
second
think the
time?
Rams are going to sweep them?
Oh, I just skip them entirely? I think the Rams will sweep them. Yeah.
I think actually the 49ers will sweep.
You think the 49ers will sweep them? Really?
I I just think the 49ers are
Jeez, that's not everything.
ah
Yeah. Is it all good?
switch the week 10 to the 49ers.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you think? Yes. Why would you think the 49ers are going to sweep?
I just think that's going to be the one team in their division that they just beat both times, honestly.
Really? Okay.
Hmm.
I can see it. I can see it happen. Um. Yeah. So I think I'm back on pace. So yeah, I think the 49ers are going to beat them twice. And I think one of them's going to be like a normal high, like not a high scoring game, but like in the tens and twenties, all that stuff. And the second time is going to be like a
Yeah.
super low scoring game, and then no one's going to watch.
Yeah, it's going
That's
to be
what
like,
happens.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So next, I have the 49ers beating the Browns. Of
Yeah, I
course.
don't see the Browns winning that game.
Dude, yeah, I just can't. Um, Titans come to play the 49ers. I think the 49ers are going to win that game.
I think for me, I think the Titans are going to win, and then the 49ers are going to beat the Colts.
I see. I think the Colts are going to beat the 49ers. I think there's like that one random game that they always win. I think this is going to be one of them. So,
Yeah, those banana peel games.
yeah, it's been field games. So for me, I have 9-8, not making the playoffs. While you have them at 10-7, close but not making it to playoffs.
Damn, my NFC is very cutthroat.
Yeah,
But
like
actually, everyone in the NFC East has a spot in the playoffs except the Giants, so that's screwing
that
everything
that's
over.
that's rough. I mean, reckon we haven't finished it all yet, so we're still getting through it. So it could
True.
change. Um,
Let's
but
move
I
on
mean,
to
like mine is kind of like almost all around. Well, except for the NFC East.
yeah,
Um, Next, do you want to do the Cardinals?
yeah. Let's do the Cardinals.
Let's do the Cardinals next. All right, the Cardinals again. They haven't really done much in the offseason. They just basically just kept people that they need to keep, and it feels like they're coming in with the same team. I haven't
Yeah,
heard
it
anything
really
different.
does. It really just does feel like the same old team as last year
Yeah. So
for
here
the
we
most part.
have win, loss for me. Loss. I think that the Cardinals are going to beat the Titans.
I think the Cardinals are going to beat both the Titans and the Colts.
You think? Yeah. So the Cardinals are going to beat the Titans and the Colts. I can agree with that. Then Cardinals are going to beat the Packers. Cowboys are going to beat them. For this is all for me. I think Jacksonville's going to beat them here, week 10. It's like one of those like banana peel games type situation.
Hello.
I was like, where'd you go? Connor, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry, there's a lag spike.
Okay. So I have the Jaguars beating the Cardinals in week 12.
I think the Jaguars beat the Cardinals as well.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me click. Okay. Then next, I think I have the Rams splitting the series with them. I think
I'd
that
agree with that as well.
it's the split. Then I had the Cardinals losing to to the Texans, and I have the Bengals beating them as well.
I'll take the Cardinals over the Texans, but I'll have the Bengals beating Cardinals.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty fair. So I have the Cardinals at 8th, not making the playoffs, 9-8, and then you have them at ninth, 9-8, also not making the playoffs.
Damn.
That's pretty rough. All right, we're on to our final team of the
The
NFC,
Ram.
and
The Rams.
the final team for this episode here. So this is an interesting team because they've acquired some new people. They lost some people. We still got Matt Stafford. We still don't know about his situation, if he's healthy or not. I heard there was some injury. But they're still expecting him to play week 1. Um,
See
I
how that goes.
You see how that goes. They lost Cooper Kupp, but they added Devontae Adams, and they also have Puka Nakua. Um, I think this is gonna be an interesting team. I think week 1 they're gonna beat the Texans.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cut and dry there. I think they're gonna beat the Titans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because they think they're gonna beat the Titans. Then lose to the Eagles. I'm also
Yeah.
gonna say that they're going to beat the Colts.
See, I think the Colts are going to win this one.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anthony Richardson.
The Anthony Richardson hype's real, I guess, in Connor's world.
Yeah, just for that one game.
Next, I have the Ravens winning, and then I think And well, yeah, who do you have? Do you have the Ravens winning this one?
I think I have the Ravens and Jacksonville winning their games.
Ravens and Jacksonville. Jacksonville's always good in the UK.
Yes,
I don't know why. They're just
it's their second
always
home.
good. It is like their second home. Yeah, it's just strange. Then next, I have down. Actually, I'm all done.
I think
Actually,
yeah, I think we're yeah,
yeah,
I'm all done too then.
yeah, okay. So I have them at fourth, 10-7, making the playoffs. You have them at 5-12 and not making playoffs.
A very
Okay.
polarizing team.
Okay. So looking at the NFC right now as a whole, for the playoff contenders for me, so from bottom to top, I have the 7th seed Seahawks, the 6th seed Cowboys, the 5th seed Commanders, the 4th seed Rams, the 3 seed Eagles, the 2 seed Lions, and the 1 seed Buccaneers. That's interesting. Then you got the 7th seed Cowboys, the 6th seed Packers, the 5th seed Commanders, the 4th seed Eagles, the 3 seed Seahawks, the 2 seed Lions, and the 1 seed Bucks.
Yeah, is it the? I guess it looks like it might be the Bucks season.
It's the Bucks year. Let me tell you, Baker Mayfield, he's here. He's ready.
He's gonna pop off.
Oh, he's gonna pop off, all right. Well, so this is episode 1 of the NFL predictions. Probably next week at some point we'll bring you the AFC list, and then the week after that we're gonna do playoffs. So all right,
Playoff.
yeah, we have playoffs. So subscribe if you want to see another one. We're gonna do it anyways, even if you want to or not. So we'll see you maybe next week. Thank you, Connor, for having me. Well, not well, that just being here.
Thank you for having me. I should.
Yeah. So we'll catch you next week. See ya.
Bye bye.